as there's only going to be two subjects that are going to be performing the different sequences of sequential muscle recruitment, the rest of the class is going to participate and help collect the data in different ways. We're going to have one of these roles assigned per thrower, so there's a female thrower and a male thrower. We're going to have time stoppers for both throwers. Their role is to start recording on a stopwatch, preferably your iPhone, as the ball leaves the subject as they're launching it, and then stop that recording once the ball hits the ground. That's meant to measure the total air time of the throw. Then each thrower is also going to have a ball collector. The goal for that person is simply to go wherever that ball is going to land. And then they're going to stop themselves wherever that ball landed. So not where it's going to roll after it makes contact with the ground, just where it landed initially, in the same fashion that somebody would for a throwing event in track and field. The rangefinder is going to come in. There's going to be preferably just one person doing this, and it's going to be standing between the two throwers, and then is going to pair this to 0, sort of keeping a straight line, and advance with this until they reached sort of at a perpendicular height wherever that first ball fell. Then they're going to measure that. That's going to be assigned to the thrower that threw that ball that far. And then they're going to keep going, still in a straight line, to wherever the second ball arrived, and they're going to collect that other data point. Then they're going to come back, reset this, and do the same thing again for the next trial. That same data that they collected, both the rangefinder and the two time stoppers, they're going to be given to the two data collectors that are assigned to the throwers. They both will have either their laptop or just a copy paper of the tables, and they're going to be adding both the time that was spent in the air by the ball and the total distance. Later on, with the data collected in that regard, we're going to be able to then obtain the velocity of that ball and so forth. But those are the roles of the other people that are not involved in the throwing portion of the lab. In total, the throwing protocol is going to be including 6 throwing conditions. The first one is going to be wrist only. The second one is going to be wrist and elbow. Third one is going to be the full arm, so up to the shoulder with no trunk rotation or whatever. So the person is going to have to make sure to keep a stabilized trunk and not do any rotation of those sort, because that's going to be the fourth condition. So the fourth condition includes a full arm throw accompanied by the trunk rotation. The fifth condition is going to include a step, so very much like a pitching technique, where the person is going to take a step with their opposite leg to the dominant hand to help them do the full motion. And then the last position is going to be that same sequencing of events preceded by a crow hop, which is basically just a 3-step sequence that it's meant to increase the amount of time that you have to then accelerate your arm. So those are the throwing conditions, and those are the roles of the people that are not involved in the throwing part per se, but the rest of the class is going to have to collaborate to obtain the data and collect it in a timely fashion.